Hi, welcome to the Metal and Wood Shop. We're located in room 1211 at the Student Innovation Center. Here, we have some important safety protocols that we need to follow. We have a line here, and you have to have the proper PPE or personal protective equipment to cross this line. What we require in this shop is closed-toed shoes and closed-heeled shoes, long pants, and safety glasses. If you have long hair, it's a good idea to tie it back. Long sleeves, you should pull them up. Also, remove any loose or dangling jewelry such as watches, necklaces, and rings. And if you have strings on your sweatshirt, tie them or tuck them in. We ask that you scan in on our card readers and tell us why you're here. On our website, you can find a list of restricted materials, so as you're planning a project out, you know what you can and can't use. All of our tools in the shop have a designated safety level, and those levels correspond to the level of supervision that they need and the risk those tools provide. We also have everything locked, so when you come in, you need to talk to a shop supervisor and get the tool unlocked so that you can start your project. We look forward to seeing you soon.
This is the Wood Lathe found in room 1211, the Metal and Wood Makerspace of the Student Innovation Center. This tool is used to perform an operation called turning. This is a process which moves your material, but your cutting tool is manually controlled. This is a safety level 2 machine. This means that in order to operate it, 2 trained users must be present. This can be 2 trained friends, a user and a makerspace assistant, or a user and a shop supervisor. Lathes are dangerous machines. No loose clothing should be worn around lathes. No hoodie strings, no watches, no hanging jewelry, no gloves, nor any sleeves. This is the on-off switch. This black dial controls the speed of the lathe. This switch controls the spindle direction, forward or reverse. It is a very rare occasion that a user will operate a lathe in the reverse direction. This is the headstock of the lathe. This is the tailstock of the lathe. This is the banjo of the lathe, and here is the tool rest, which is adjustable along with the banjo. The tool rest is used to control the chisel height and the distance from the workpiece. This is the drive center. It is inserted into the headstock and is used to drive the spindle workpiece. This is the live center. It is inserted into the tailstock and is used to stabilize the spindle workpiece. After choosing your workpiece, pinching it between centers, and setting up the banjo in tandem with the tool rest, we can manually test to see if the workpiece spins freely without contacting anything. This should be done anytime a new workpiece is set up on the lathe or anytime the tool rest is readjusted. Next, put on a face shield. Flying chips and even large chunks can be ejected from this machine. Before turning on the lathe for the first time for the day, make sure to turn the variable speed dial all the way down. Once we are certain that the workpiece is spinning safely, we can turn the speed dial up to an appropriate speed. This is a selection of lathe chisels. Whether a user picks one over another depends largely on experience and user preference. These are the bowl gouges. They are used as primary material removal tools for both bowl and spindle work. This is a 1/2-inch spindle gouge. It has a shallower flute than a bowl gouge and is generally used more for detail work. Some users choose to use it for primary material removal. This is a square carbide scraper. This is a good tool to use for deep hollowing and for making square shoulders. Watch out because this and other carbide tools will tear out the grain on your workpiece. These are some traditional or high-speed steel scrapers. These are sometimes used for general shaping and are great for achieving a good surface finish on a bowl after most waste material has been removed. Scrapers generally do not give a good surface finish on spindle workpieces. While most chisels can be used to rough down a workpiece, a spindle roughing gouge is meant specifically for this job. After all corners are removed, we can move on to a spindle gouge, bowl gouge, or skew for detail work. Here we see some push and pull cuts being done with the bowl gouge on a spindle workpiece. Generally, we focus on using the shoulder of the tool when using a bowl gouge, and we use our dominant hand, which is holding the handle of the chisel, to control movement. Pull cuts generally use the leading edge of the chisel, while push cuts oftentimes use the following edge of the chisel. These techniques will be explained more in depth during your hands-on training. Here we see a planing cut being done with a skew chisel. This type of cut is used to achieve a superior finish on spindle workpieces. Do not use a skew on bowls. Scraping cuts can be done with any chisel, but are usually done with chisels known as scrapers. Scraping cuts generally result in a subpar surface finish, but tend to be easier for new users. Shear cuts can be done with most chisels, but are usually done with chisels known as gouges and skews. Shear cuts generally result in a superior surface finish, create less heat, and are more versatile. However, shear cuts tend to be more difficult for the new user. Regarding hand placement, we have two options while wood turning: an overhand grip or an underhand grip. Your dominant hand holds the handle of the chisel. The overhand grip offers more stability, while the underhand grip offers more fine control. Chips can get hot while turning, and the underhand grip allows chips to be evacuated out and away from your hand, keeping your hand cool. Turners will often vary their grip while turning. Try both options during your hands-on training and know that grip choice is mostly based on user preference.